How is anybody out there now? Shit, Saturday morning, what, 9 o'clock? Normally I probably wouldn't be out of bed or something. I don't fucking know. New Year's ago when I used to drink, Friday night was the hell. Sometimes I used to like to get up in the morning and drink a beer and cook a steak on the grill out back at 2 a.m., knowing that people would be going, damn, that smells good. Go to bed about 7 a.m. just from drinking and smoking pot and using. I didn't even care about the pot. It was all about the booze for me. Booze was more fun. Fuck. Well, you see the title, but it's kind of like a joke that's not a joke, and I don't know half of what's the stuff, and I still think they consider me a piece of shit and stupid and everything, and but they're gonna. I don't know what the fuck. I know I'm just disappointed. I mean, disappointed in people. I'm not disappointed in everybody, and I'm not disappointed in. I can understand a lot of it, but son of a bitch. You haven't through fucking hell. Look at me. You know how much I aged since that house burned down? And we had to live over there in that other house and then come over here, and how many times I was lied to, how many times I was, I don't know, just, it was like I was a character in a play. The script was written and I was just supposed to follow it through. And I don't. When I used to build houses and I was pretty good, and I wasn't a crew leader. I was a lead man, meaning, that if the boss wasn't there, even if I wasn't bossing people around, if somebody had a question, they'd come to me, because some of my bosses like to leave a list for the other guys and stuff, and I can pretty much answer any questions, about anything needed to be taken care of, and but from we, you get guys that they don't know. Come on, it's not like poop. You're born into anything, I mean, just instantly acquire a knowledge of carpentry. It takes some application and repetition. That's kind of messed up. Some guy, or you're banging nails all day, or you're doing whatever all day. But that's how you get real good. When you hit about 20,000 nails, you get pretty good at hitting those nails, and 20,000. That's not really that many nails either. But by the time you're around 20,000, I think you're getting the hang of it. I have the one boss that used to say it's like throwing a baseball. You just throw that hammer at it like a baseball. And I had never heard that before. And when he told me, I said, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good thing. Throw the hammer at it like a baseball, And it was, and you get that smooth stroke and slam that nail in there. And I was pretty good at that for a while. Tap it and then wham. I had a pretty big hammer, I like to do that, And sometimes I get it all the way in, sometimes almost. But boy, you can really smack some stuff with a big old hammer. And I got my thumb one time. But anyway, that was probably the worst at the time happening, but the best because the thumbnail fell off the next morning, and it never hurt after that at all. And grew back perfect. So, but boy, when I hit it, I about cried. I had to run out of the house because there was a young guy that I kind of didn't really like. He was sweeping across the room. We were cleaning up. It was the end of the day, and I blasted. And he heard me go, "Oh!" And he started to look around through the studs and stuff. And I had to run out and jump out the back of the house and go, "Ah!" So he wanted to see me because I was so embarrassed. But anyway, so there's been a lot of stuff going on. There's stuff going on. There's technology. There's stuff that, and I don't know if it's technology or if it's supernatural. Well, there's so much weird stuff, that's been happening that I have no grounding. I have no stuff that I've never seen before. I uh, read a lot of books, in my life. A lot of books, a lot of science fiction, a lot of fantasy, whatever. In addition to a lot of other stuff, I mean, I've read Agatha Christie, like, um, a lot. What's his name? Mike Hammer. You know, I've run the gamut of authors, of reading and everything. Like I never read Stephen King until I was in the army, and this one black kid, he was a driver on one of our slicks, an armored personnel carrier, and we're out in the field, and the first time we'd been out to this one place where they had giant hogs that you were scared. I was scared of them because they were so huge. But I was like, oh my god, there's huge hogs out here. But he'd be sitting in the turret, and he's like, well, what are you doing, man? He goes, I'm reading a book. And he was reading a Stephen King novel, and it was all, kind of shredded and stuff. It was old. And the guys passed around these books because when you're driving one of them things, you might be on a road march for 10 hours, 8 hours. You're going, you're going like 10 miles an hour and you stop. And, you're going 10 miles an hour and then you stop. And he said, man, he goes, you got to learn you got to take books with you. And I was like, no, really? And, so started reading Stephen King because people passed around Stephen King novels. And that's kind of what's been going on with me. You ever read a Stephen King novel? It starts out, oh, he's driving down the road and everything's nice and sunny and all the beautiful elm trees and this and that, and there's hills. He's up in Maine and stuff, way up north and stuff, where they got hills and elm trees and stuff. And then all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, he pulls off the road in his house. And the next thing you know, it just goes into the weird shit, It's like, hey, how'd the devil get in there, man? And, it's like Christine or something. You'll think, whoa, and it's like real freaky and stuff. Stephen King always does that left turn, you're reading. It's kind of like, okay, there's some weird shit going on. I can dig that. And then all of a sudden it's like something real weird, like, whoa, where did he get that shit from? Well, that's kind of what's been happening to me. I'm sitting there going, okay, I can dig the weird shit. Some of some of it can probably be explained. And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, there's some real weird shit going on. And so it's like, maybe I am in a Stephen King novel. Son of a bitch, I'd be like, hey, like you see the videos, where the guy's like looking at the TV and he's like, oh, is that me? Oh, fuck. That's me right now. I'm fucking freaking out. But not really. I'm not freaking out. I'm so fucking tired. I'm not freaking out that much. I want to go get some breakfast or something. But anyway, I don't know. I really don't know. I didn't want to come on camera. Look at this. I wanted to change my shirt and brush my teeth and shave and stuff. And you mind if I change my shirt and brush my teeth and shave and stuff? But it's like, oh my fucking god, I'm in a Stephen King fucking novel, like fucking well, how has it been fucking stupid ass? Oh my god, how did I get in here? Ah, fucking serious, man. Am I in a Stephen King novel? They're about the weirdest books I ever read. You know, I mean, some of the sci-fi books are all right, but you're getting into the groove with the 3-book series and shit. You know, like the Bulgaria and that kind of crap. Man, and you know it's funny. In some places, you'll be, you're talking to this black guy. And he's like total downtown South Side Chicago or fucking LA or gang shit or something. You're talking to shit and you're talking. He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I'm reading." I'm like, well, "What are you reading, man?" He goes, "Man, shit you ain't never even heard of and shit." And he says something like the Bulgaria, and you said, "Yeah, did you read that?" And then you both start talking about all the plot lines and stuff. It's like, man, here we are from total fucking weirdly different backgrounds, and we're both reading the same stuff, and we both relate to it. Like like the Queen making fun of the one dude and stuff, and it's like, wow, that's so jamming that we both can see on the same level like that, and and you'd never think that, he thinks I'm some, you know, hillbilly redneck. I think he's some gangbanger or something, and we both see eye to eye on certain things, that's kind of cool. That's way cool. And but anyway, let's see if I was. No, this is definitely the most Stephen King novel part of my life I've ever seen. When we were in when we were in Germany, us being scouts, we were athletic and all because we had to run a lot. you know, it kind of sucked, but we had to run a lot. Even though we had our personnel carriers, you pull up way outside of a town on 2 miles away, and need you to go down there and recon that town and draw me maps and run the whole way down and run the whole way back, and they're going to be watching you. And so, but the thing was, since you got to run down into the town, you weren't supposed to do anything, but you could run into one of the local, uh, gosh darn, it's been so long I hadn't thought about it. So like a pub or whatever, and usually small, and you could buy bread and meat, lunch meat, and you wouldn't buy beer, of course. We weren't supposed to drink in the field seriously. They were very serious about that, and so you buy soda and stuff, and so even though you're living in the kind of whatever, you had some different fare instead of sea rations and green eggs and ham. And I swear the eggs would turn green too, and those things the army used to use. Eggs would turn green. But let me tell you something, they tasted good, and I was one eating machine. People be like, "Oh, I don't want to eat that." I'd be like, "Give it to me then. Oh, you son of a bitch." And but anyway, we used to go. There was ancient castles everywhere. You might see a watchtower somewhere that was crumbling. That might have been built in the 13 or 1400s. The castle downtown from where I was stationed, which was Büdingen, Germany, was built, I believe, the current castle was built in the 1400s. And when you see these movies about medieval, the knights and everything, and they always show England or France. Let me tell you, them Germans were badass, just right along with them. You know what I mean? And even before, they were fighting the Romans and stuff. And we used to have to do this one run when I was on this uh, one team, and after chow, after you did about a half an hour of calisthenics, because it was wintertime, and you did a half an hour of calisthenics just to warm up to run, you know, um, you could see the hill off in the distance, and there was a castle that I believe was built in 2000 BC. I believe it was, they call it the ancient Celtic castle, built in 2000 BC. I got pictures of myself. We hiked up there, me and a buddy, one time to go digging around and see if we could find anything. After hundreds of years of people have been digging around it, but the castle wall was like 12 or 14 feet wide, and it was all around, and it was at the top of a hill, and it had like I guess it would have been a dry moat that was probably filled with some kind of pikes and stuff. It was at the top of the hill, and you couldn't see, the castle wall was all that was left, almost not at ground level, but maybe 4 feet off the ground, and we would go up there. You could walk on top of it. You're thinking to yourself, they were building castles and defending land, way way back, and then the castle that was built downtown, they still had the Prince of Budigan, I guess some rich dude, and we got to go. You took a class, and I happened to take it there, and we went in there, and you had to put like these big fuzzy shoes on your feet because it was wooden floors, and they didn't want to get it scuffed at all. I mean, it was like worse than a basket, than a sock hop. It was, in high school or junior high or something, and this guy had like polar bear. He had stuffed animals, like polar bear, grizzly bear, stuff from Africa, and you're like, man, this guy, you know, and a lot of there was still a lot of the old German bunkers, the pillboxes and stuff, just like you see in the World War II movies. A lot of that stuff was still around, and there was stuff in this town. The fences, the fence posts that were curved in, that were concrete, that they would use in the prison of war or the concentration camps. There was them downtown that were still in semi use, and you go in a pillbox, and a machine gun pillbox, and the concrete was so thick, and here it's just this little narrow thing, and you go in there, and then it's not a very big room, but it's supposed to be bomb proof and rocket proof and all this kind of stuff. It's crazy, and these guys, but once you walk in there and once you start shooting at the enemy, you're trapped in that. You realize, as I did, I was like, man, when they send you in here, you're either going to stay in here until you run out of ammo and they run away, or they're going to kill you somehow. And it was like kind of scary and everything. But there was a lot of history over there. And we climbed over the moat. The moat was dry because they called Budigan Frog Town. And I swear they did. And they had a statue of a frog with a crown on it, and water came out of its mouth, and it was called Frog Circle. And because what it was, they had the moat that went around the castle, and somebody said, well, let's go. They imported frogs from somewhere, and next thing you know, the whole town's overrun with frogs. And people were freaking out, I guess. And this is back in medieval times. And so finally, after I guess the frog problem probably lasted a long time, people probably like they're jumping on their necks. Down here you have them big leopard frogs. They'll jump on your neck sometime. You'll be like, ah! I swear, you live in a trailer or something, you got the light on outside, and you walk out back of your trailer, and you live in, like me, I had a trailer out in the swamps, and you walk out back and you open the door. Well, that makes the frog jump because you're in a trailer and it shakes, and he goes, lands on the side of your face, and you just, you're 27 years old and you're tough, you think, and you scream like a little girl, ah! You're always making fun of you. And you're like, son of a bitch, until one does it to her and she does the same thing. And you're like, ah. But anyway, so, that's probably what was happening down in Frogtown, Budigan, Germany. But I mean, they had all these turrets, and they had these walls. So they had this section of the castle where the prince lived, and I guess he was some rich dude or something. And they had other sections of the castle that were like the castle mill. The mill was built where the moat creek came in and stuff, and it didn't still work, but they encased all the machinery in plastic, and they made a bar out of it. And I used to go there a lot and get very drunk. And but there were places that were part of the public domain. There were I had a girlfriend for a while that her apartment was built like against the walls. It was all incorporated. It's kind of wild. And you walk through the cobblestone streets from one bar to another. It was kind of crazy. And and we kept wondering about this one turd. It was solid and off the ground, which they filled in the moat because of the frogs. They filled in the moat, most of it, left a little creek on one side because of the frogs. And but it was all grass and it was pretty, And us being good climbers and runners and everything, because we were athletic. We went up and this thing was like 20, maybe 15 feet off the ground. And it was, you could see it was like 2x2, it wasn't very big. And it was the only thing opening in this turret. And me and some friends went and climbed inside there. You had to climb up the wall and then you got through there, maybe 6-7 feet thick. And it was the old jail. And you dropped down in there and it had a spiral staircase going up and it had like 8 levels and they had cages all around and it was kind of spooky. And from there you could go down these corridors which was the castle wall, and you came out in these smaller turrets, and I think it was 1 or 2 turrets down, and they were smaller and they were probably, I don't know how thick the walls were, but they were obviously soundproof. And the lighting was like World War II, light bulbs down the thing. And there on the dirt was a stone with a ring in it, a steel ring in it. And you were walking, we're seeing this, and it's huge. I mean, it's like probably 4 feet around and it's semicircular, And we're looking at that, and this is the only thing in there, And it's like, man, this is the torture chamber. This is where they tie people up and they torture the hell out of them. And so what we do is we get new guys in there sometimes, and we say, hey, come on, we get them down there. And one guy would stay back and turn the lights off, and we'd start screaming and stuff and scare the hell out of them. And we'd be laughing, turn the lights on after a minute. People would really freak out about that. But I never saw any weird stuff over there. I mean, even though the stuff was ancient and you knew that there were people that were slaughtered, wars, witches burned. There was a lot of witches burned in or around this town or whatever. They kind of bragged about it or something. We burned 200 witches. It's like, boy, that's a lot of people you burned there, lady. But back in medieval times. But it's like, man, burned a lot of people. I never felt any weird thing, and being a scout, you laid down on the ground a lot of times. It didn't matter, rain, snow, whatever. You're dirty. You might as well get dirty right off the rip, so you don't have to cry about it later. But it was good to be hidden. I always loved to be hidden. On the ground. I'd rather be covered with shit. I don't mean like that. I mean crap, mud, whatever, than to be standing around like a target. I really felt safe that way. I could shoot pretty well, whatever. I could shoot pretty good too. But the thing was, you'd be sitting there and you look over and there's a mile marker from like Frankfurt, Germany, from pre-medieval times. There's a lot of history over there, ancient history, and there was a lot of violent bloodshed from Roman times. The Germans fought the Romans, and they fought in this whole contested area, this place where I was stationed. It was not kind of, it was real interesting. And so I never felt not any ever weird anything over there. And and I never ever felt weird shit anywhere, to tell you the truth. But kind of lately, I don't know. I haven't done so many drugs that my brain's like fried. I hope. I mean, I still think I'm all right. I don't trip out and go, wow, man, unless I'm joking, But I'm getting old and stuff. Maybe I'm getting senile. I don't know. I was hoping I might. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're going to crucify me, sacrifice me to somebody, or you think I'm kidding? I'm being kind of serious. That's why I was kind of hoping somebody like Beth might be watching. Where are you, Beth? Damn it! Pay attention. You're not watching. Come on, man. What about that one dude, man? You know these people. You guys don't watch. You just say you do. Liars. Talking to some fancy guy with some fancy motorcycle or some shit, I'll bet. What about Big B? He coming home? Tell the bomber to watch this, man. All right, so anyway, we're at what, 26 minutes? Well, here's the deal. I don't even know. I don't want to. I don't know if these. I don't know. I've had my feelings hurt. I know that. I feel like I've been kicked pretty hard. I've been hurt pretty bad. And the thing is usually when I'm nice, I get fucked. And usually if I have any offer of like trying to be nice, they, instead of taking it as kindness, they take it as weakness, and they kick me even harder. So, but right now, I don't want to fuck anybody right now. But god damn it, and I know I cuss too much. Let me tell you something. When I go riding my bike, and I go riding around at night, sometimes I try to. I like it 2, 3 in the morning. When I'm riding my bike and I'm away from here, back over when I had a bad attitude over in the other house over there. I ride around for a while. I talk to some people, store clerks, go to the store. Usually, and of course, there's people following me, watching me. It's not paranoia; it's the truth. And you talk to people and stuff, and it makes me feel better. And I wind up, I'm not cussing as much and stuff. And I'm coming home, and I might start cussing. I mean, bad cussing. I mean, I wouldn't have cussed the whole time. Talking to the guy in the store, the girl in the store, the clerk. And all of a sudden, I'm nearing the house, and I start just fucking goddamn son of a motherfucking bitch. And I'm like, oh man, come on, don't start that shit. And I'm trying to tell myself not to do that. And it works successfully, but the time when it doesn't work is when I'm in grave pain. And when I'm in pain, I really start cussing a lot. And so some people know that, and they know how to prod me, so to speak, to act in certain ways. And well, I start cussing, and I'll cuss everybody. I mean everybody. I mean I get really, really nasty. And well, that's just the way it is. So, like I said, I may not be coming back. We're at 28 minutes. What time is it? 9:25. I want to go shave, change my clothes at least, maybe comb my hair. I know it's ain't nothing special, but for once I'd like to look not like a fucking old fucking drunk, you know what I mean? And if I ever do get back and have a show, you know what I like to do? I like to build shit. I got a bunch of shelves. I got all kinds of crap I got to build. I'm still working on my workbench because every time I go to work on it, I just don't get to it. I still want to finish that bench. I got that cool ass woodworking vise. I got a mount on it. I got to steady the legs. All I did was bang it together. I still got to screw it off and make sure it's all tight and right, and I can, use it. I don't know if they're going to let me do anything. I'm going to try to go get some breakfast, try to ride around, and come back and 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. I don't pass out or get killed or get fucking thrown. There's no telling, man. But I tell you what, anything they do, it ain't right. If they if they're doing anything like they had wrote the script and I was a rat running the maze and they know it, and I could uh, I could get all kinds of violent, ignorant, and I might still. I don't know. I don't take that very lightly. People fucking with my life like that. But then again, I don't know the reasons totally. There's things that I don't know, and so I'll be a little circumspect. But also, I'm 59. I'm not used to taking shit from people. I'm not used to having shit rammed down my throat, and I don't like it, and I don't appreciate it at all. Now, if I turn this fucking off and they start fucking with me and they start doing shit, I might just go incendiary. I feel like I'm being burnt. Um, there's many times recently where I felt like I've been hit with radiation where my skin's burning, like right now. I don't know if these people are nice or give a fuck. I don't think they give a fuck about me. I think I was supposed to die, and me not dying is not a good thing. It's a bad thing, in their eyes. And I'm probably marked for fucking death. And, I don't even really, the way they're fucking acting right now, there's shit that's going on. I'm not going to end this stream right now. I was going to, but god damn it, I'm going to brush my teeth and I'm bringing you with me. I don't trust these people. Every time I've been nice, every time I've trusted somebody, and since the house burned down, since I started doing these little cartoons right here, I call them cartoons because I feel like a cartoon. Ever since I've started these, um, I don't know. There's no trust in this goddamn town. There's no trust. I mean, I don't know why. Oh, every time I trust somebody, I get fucked. To tell you the truth, every time I trust somebody, I get fucked, and it doesn't matter who. There's one person that I think above all the rest. But I can tell. You can tell sometimes by the way somebody acts or asks you something if they've been put up to it. And sometimes well, they have powerful things to threaten you with and all this, and it's fucked up. The power that these people have, and I don't even know why. Because me, I one thing that makes me mad is when I don't know. We'll talk about this when I come back. I'm going to go and take this with me. I don't trust these people one fucking bit. I don't even know if they're, there can be like aliens and shit around. I don't fucking know anymore. But some people I know are acting, and I don't think it's acting because some of the stuff I've seen and heard are acting very, how can I say, evil, like truly evil. Like they have no morals, they have no anything, and that kind of worries me a little bit because even though growing up and everything, I fought a lot, and I've been in trouble with the law, but I've always had morals to where okay, I wouldn't do certain things under any circumstances. And some people think I'm stupid or a pussy, but I've just always been that way. The only way I've ever known how to make money is working. I've never made money off of stealing or drugs or anything. It's like, I've been up north and alone and fucking freaking out, freezing, and it's like, well, I know that a week from now I'll have money in my pocket and live in my truck. The few times I lived homeless, as soon as I got that first paycheck, I had a place to live. I would find a room. I would rent a fucking room. I might have to borrow some money to eat for a week, after that. But I have me a place to live. Um, and But I've never known how to make money anyway, but work. I've never ever. I just maybe I'm too stupid or something. I never had. It takes money if you're gonna do something like you know deal drugs or something. You gotta have money to buy the stuff, or you gotta know people. I never knew people, but I knew that as a cabinet man, I could go find a cabinet job, especially up north, as or a woodworker, and then once you're I had a problem with the cabinet makers. The cabinet makers were all, I don't know, it was back in the 80s, and they were all kind of locked into this, you know, top pay thing wasn't very good, and carpenters paying more, and even though you were out in the sun dying and dirty as shit, um, you weren't getting jacked around and ripped off, so I was, for a while, I was cabinets, they pissed me off, go start framing houses again, and then it got to where it's like, well, you know what, the cabinet people, I hooked up with a good carpentry crew, and I was getting a little bit better, and learning a little bit, and I was starting to get in the groove, and I just stuck with carpentry after that, and that was it, even on weekends. No, hell no, I want to do build houses, and that's what I did for the longest time, and I never, up until the economy collapsed, I didn't have worry. I was doing pretty goddamn good. I never had any tattoos. I couldn't really afford them, And then by the time I started making the kind of money where I might think about having something decent, it was like, well, then I'm thinking about getting a house and my license back and all that stuff. No, I can't even walk. Hardly. If I'm away from here a while, I got this. Like last night, it was really affecting my hernia real bad being in here. I don't know why, and I had to leave, and I left, and I stopped at a couple of stores, and I stopped at one to get coffee, and I stopped at another one to get a banana and a candy bar and a soda, and the second one, I rode, this was quite a ways. At the second one, I got my cane, damn it, and I'm like, wow, felt like my hip was feeling better. My hip was real bad, and then I get back home and it's worse again. So I really think I'm sort of some sacrifice for some heathen god or something. I was supposed to be dead a long time ago. And, well, at least maybe you guys will get to see it live on TV. Shoot, it's crazy, isn't it? Stephen King. Let's see. Conan the Barbarian. No, I'm not athletic or barbaric or big or muscular or anything. No, more like so Stephen King novel. Let's see. There was Center. That was one of those first ones I read. I was like, well, this dude eats a pie and he's getting real super skinny and with I don't know. Like, whoa, where they getting this crap from? He must. He only smoked pot back then. I was like, you smoke pot? And wow, man, you sure must a good weed then. But trying to think what other good novels. God, who else writes that kind of stuff like Stephen King? I can't even think of anybody. I know that when I go on one of these movie things for my computer and stuff, the app, like they got the different ones. You get sci-fi, and sometimes it's just like crap, 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 crap. And then sometimes you don't even know. It may look like crap, but it turns out to be a rocking movie because it's got some rocking chick in it you didn't even expect. And it's like, wow, this is like way cool. And it turns out to be not so bad. Well, I'm just saying I gotta throw the chick in there because man, if you watch a movie and ain't got no hot chicks in it, man, it kind of sucks. I mean, I'm just maybe I just am old. I don't know. Oh, I tell you what, there's a movie. It's a British movie, and I just happened to type it in. And please don't anybody get mad at me because I don't mean anything bad, but I did it because I was looking for this one movie. I remember what it was because the chicks were so freaking hot. And the first time I saw it, we had my mom had switched cable companies. Next thing you know, we're getting these movies that's got full frontal nudity on them, during the day, and I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, this is so cool. And they had this one lesbian movie on there where the chicks were so smoking hot, and I think there was no sex, blatant sex. There was some kissing or whatever. But the chicks were so hot, and I couldn't remember the name of it, so I'm going through there, and I found this one British movie that I found that movie, of course, of course I did, but I there was no, it wasn't like just a porno. It wasn't a porno movie at all, and then I found this other one, and and I said, well, it looks kind of cool. It was something like a date for Mad Mary or some crap. And I said, well, it sounds kind of cool. And the chick, and the thing, I turn it over and I go, oh, it's a British movie. This is gonna suck, because you know how the British are. Yeah. And it rains all the time, and they're inside a lot. Actually, it was a good movie, and it was the same thing, but it was even, there was less of that, and it was actually a good movie. It wasn't anything. There was no propaganda. There was no nothing. It was just a good movie. This chick was way cool, and she was just they called her Mad Mary, but she wasn't mad. She was probably mad. No, the date for her or something. But it was kind of cool. This chick who was people, they kind of put her down and stuff, and her, she had to put up with a lot of crap, and then it wasn't like she got married or nothing. She had a date or a couple of dates, but they were friends afterwards. But I mean, it wasn't like a big lesbian-a-thon. It was more of a like how did she calm down or something, or how did her friends learn that she wasn't just a crazy woman or something. And it was like, hey, that was pretty good. She was a good actress, and if I was to see the girl in another movie, I'd watch it. And I thought it was going to be a sappy British crappy movie, and it was actually pretty cool, because they had rock and roll in it and stuff. And I don't remember. No, there were no fights. There was almost, and that was kind of cool because getting. But I only threw that out there because I thought that was kind of a cool movie, and it wasn't a, how would you say, a propaganda. It was something that if you were sitting there watching and your kid came in, it wouldn't be embarrassing because there was nothing like that whatsoever. Now the other one was, but I mean, there might be some, what I mean. But this one, no, it was pretty cool. The British can kind of, I don't know, they're kind of weird. They're real weird, because every time I meet a British chick or something, I tell her my name, they all laugh and stuff. But so anyway, I am tired. I'm hungry. I'm under the threat of. I thought, okay, now I'm really freaked out. Not really, but kind of, and I'm hungry. And I have my soda here. And maybe I better turn my other camera on. Man, here's kind of my philosophy, especially ever since I got hurt. Ever since I got this infection, that's been scary to me about, actually having a relationship with a girl. I don't know. I don't know if it's, gosh darn it. I don't know. I don't know if it's transmittable or anything. Never really, it's something scared to have a relationship with a girl for a long time, quite a long time. And it kills me because, I don't have anybody to hang out and talk with on my own level or, as a friend, really. And there have been times, when girls, kind of approached me, and I kind of had to, and I played them off, and and it makes me look bad or something, and I hadn't done it for any reason except I'm scared to uh, have some girl get sick or get anything because of me, you know what I mean? And that would make, well, little old me and make me look bad, but it could traumatize somebody. I mean, really, it could traumatize somebody. Oh my God, they might have, might like just scar them for life, as we used to say. And so, and I've been poor, and you know, I was never poor my whole life. I always worked, and I always had money. I always knew that I would have money. I could save money, but I knew I wasn't going to buy a Learjet or a super yacht or something unless somehow, you know what I mean. But I knew that if I needed something, I could save my money and buy it. I had goals. I used to buy motorcycles, trucks, cars, nice stereos. I didn't buy crap. I bought not some of the cars I bought were crap. I was Mr. King of the $100 cars in the newspaper back then for a while, but not all the time. But hey man, you get broke down. I bet I could buy me a car for $100, and I did. But the thing is, you know, I knew I could always buy what I needed working. At least enough to get by. I might not be rich, but I could buy what I needed to get by: cigarettes, beer, pay the fucking rent. If you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, um, electricity might get shut off once in a while. Hey, what are you gonna do? You're working poor. But I never was poor, 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 poor until 2007. And then it was like, oh my God, it was incredible. It's like, what the fuck? I was using newspaper. No, not newspaper. Newspaper sucks. But I would save my cheap cigarette butts. And if I ran out of cigarettes, I could roll it in notebook paper. And there were certain types of notebook paper that I could actually feel, roll it between my hands, and say, okay, this is good. This is good enough for rolling. And you smoke one of them cigarettes, in the morning while you're drinking coffee. You don't want to smoke one of them for about 3 hours, So you're put off of them for a while, and you might could scare up some money to get another pack. I did that for a couple of years, and well, so just because my life sucked or sucks, I tried to not make other people's lives suck. Unless they were making my life suck, and then I felt it was, well, you're making my life suck. Fuck, you know what I mean. You gotta stick up for yourself. That's the way I feel, or try to. Um, I'm going to shave and brush my teeth. And you're going to come with me. And I need my phone. And I need a cane. You know, if I was even predispositioned, if I was as crazy as some people think I am, you know, don't think I could have not hurt some people or done some things that were very bad. And me not doing it's not me being a pussy. It's me just fucking not wanting to be like that. I don't want to be an asshole like I've been had an asshole to me or whatever, you know. Like I said, because my life sucks, I don't want to make your life suck. I'm not gonna come in with that, you know. I'm fucked, so I'm gonna fuck you. That's not the way I live. See if I can get my fucking face shaved and see if I can't get rid of some of this goat breath. And I look like fucking hell. Damn. I look like hell. I feel like hell. And I'm hungry as fuck. And I don't even know if I want to go in that bathroom because right now my stomach's hurting like they're doing something to it. So maybe I'll goddamn just go outside. I don't fucking know. These people, I don't even know if they're people or not. I don't know who they are. Some of them I thought I knew. It's like, how the fuck did this happen? I'm in a Stephen King novel. Ooh, that's what it feels like. Maybe I'll just go to the goddamn store and get some food. Be nice to be cut a break or to. That's not gonna fucking happen. My fucking hernia extends all the way across my stomach, like if you were cutting the throat, it'd be all the way across here. That's where my stomach is. These people make fun of me. Their kids do. What planet are they from? And you know, when I first started meeting a couple of these people, you know, there was a girl that I used to talk to that I kind of liked, and we would talk, and I got along real well with her. I haven't seen her in a couple of years. She disappeared, and I hope she's all right. But I really liked her, and we'd talk about stuff, and I would tell her about how my legs and my hips would hurt, and sometimes, you know, we were talking about. I would talk about the dreams because I started even before this. I started. It was like dreams, and was I in? There was recurring dreams. That was kind of weird, you know, because there was one dream where I was on like my fourth or fifth tour to Germany, and I obviously was a higher rank, and we had combat gear and everything. And I remember we were talking on. I don't know how we were getting there, and we were talking. I was talking to somebody, and we were in a group, and we were all soldiers. And I was like, "This is like my fifth time over here," and I'm thinking to myself, you know. Um, I haven't been over here 4 or 5 times. What the hell is this stuff? And there was other dreams that were recurring and stuff, and all those dreams. My legs never hurt. I could run, I could climb, I could swim. I had one planet. I call it a planet. I don't know. This one place I call it the Boca Grande planet because it was like the water, you know, in Boca Grande where you get around like little Gasparilla. I promoted a few things from when I was younger and used to, but where the water's like real clear, and I call it the Boca Grande planet. And it was like where it was just so natural, you know, it wasn't. Boca Grande, but it was like Boca Grande, and there was different scenarios, and I was talking to her about how if when I'm there and I'm having maybe not fun, but sometimes I was, and I would be running or swimming or whatever or climbing even, and I didn't hurt at all, and I was like, I love those dreams because I didn't hurt, and my legs and my hips back then. That's all it was, and they hurt, and I knew how to deal with it, but I couldn't walk a long distance. I couldn't run. And I was in pain quite a bit, and I was telling her that I hope that if I went there and I was in one of their bodies or whatever it is, in the dreams, where I was in their universe, because the multiverse is even Stephen Hawking. I've read a little bit of him. I mean, his books and stuff, where he does talk about things like that. That most physicists, modern physicists, are starting to actually think that yes, we are in a multiverse, and stuff, where there might be parallel timelines or realities or worlds or whatever you want to call it. And I was telling her about this, and she was quite a bit younger than me, but and I was telling her that I hope that if maybe I should leave a note or something for these people, that hey, if they come and they happen to be in my body, and they hurt real bad, and they find out that they can't run or walk real well, to not worry, to because we were maybe part of the same, you know what I mean, from different um, universes or whatever, for them not to worry that I was trying to get better, and I hope to get better someday, and don't worry about me too much. And I still hope that, but I haven't had these dreams since probably since then, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, I think, 2.5, 3 years ago. I used to have those dreams before then. Every once in a while, it would happen, and then when I started talking to her for some reason, and I always was a big Alice Cooper fan, and I still am. And there's other bands, of course, but I've always been a rock and roller. And to me, Alice Cooper, he's rock and roll, and I had a whole bunch of his. I had his cassette tapes before I had his albums, and I had a whole bunch of his albums, and I love singing along to Alice Cooper, and I had some playing one night, and she was coming over, and she was walking from a friend's house, and it was foggy, and I mean, it wasn't eerie foggy, it was cool foggy, you know what I mean? I had the back door open, I'm mopping the garage, because, and actually it was this garage. I keep forgetting, this is the same house, just it's different now. And I was mopping and stuff, and I had Alice Cooper playing kind of low, it was like 1 in the morning, and I see she comes walking out of the mist and stuff, and she's got her fishing pole, and it was kind of cool. And she's singing Alice Cooper, and I'm looking at her, and she's singing word for word. And I said, "You know Alice Cooper?" And she goes, "Oh, hell yeah!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" But I mean, I didn't know her. I never got to know her that well. I didn't know her that long, but we hit it off on a lot of different levels, um, and it was kind of very incredibly cool. And you know, when you're facing um, overwhelming odds, when the world is against you, and when it's not even, when they're beyond mad at you, when they're just, when they're when it doesn't even matter, you're you're already dead. And, I'm there's been times where I've walked right in swinging and gone down swinging, and it's all you could do, and it's hard to imagine that in this day and age, in this country, in this that there's it's like that, and so if I go down swinging, so to speak, I don't know, try to do what's right, I guess. I've never done it for wrong reasons. I've never sucker punched anybody. I've never done something arbitrarily just to do it. Always been prodded, pushed, poked, and felt like I was on the side of right most of the time. And I've never, ever, like I said, been in a Stephen King novel like this. I don't know what you call it, but I could write a book, type it, write it, whatever. I went to college in Daytona, and I lived down by the beach and stuff for a while. And I had a pickup truck and a motorcycle. I mean, it was pretty cool. I'd drive down sometimes, and I'd park on the beach, and I'd get my speakers out on my truck. I'd put my lounge chair down, and I'd be out there typing something, for a report or something. And it was actually pretty cool. It was just it was way cool. And always like that I had that opportunity, and I wasn't rich. I've never ever been rich. I've never walked into I've never been in a strip club and had a good time. You know what I mean? When we lived up outside of New York City, and we worked at this one place at this airport at Teterboro. It was way cool, and we worked at a cool place. We get a lot of pilots coming from LA. They'd be flying straight direct from LA in a Learjet or a Falcon or a Gulfstream, and they get up in that jet stream, and I mean they'd make some killer time. Like if it was ground speed, the ground speed would be over supersonic, but the airspeed, of course, are not supersonic. They would hit that jet stream, and it would push them, and they get here to New York City so fast. And a lot of these guys, they did it. They fly in. They had to have a certain amount of rest and stuff before they could fly back, and sometimes they had to wait for stuff to go back with them. And they'd want to go to these strip clubs, and my buddy would, hey, let's go to a strip club. You want to go? Yeah, okay. And I'm going to these strip clubs, and the pilot's got money. My buddy, he's used to doing this. He was older. I was in like my mid-20s. Most of us that worked there were. I think he was in like his 30s, and he knew a lot more. He worked at a lot of different places like that and knew how to work everybody, or whatever. But I go in there and I'm like, I ain't got a stack of 20s to be doing stuff with these chicks and stuff. So I'm kind of just like laying low, drinking my $5 beer. I could have bought a 6-pack with that. But so I mean, I've never had a great time. I wish that I get a hold of. Hey, I got to get my phone. I don't even know if I can stand up. I'm gonna have to try. I got a cane. It's an ordeal sometimes. Why in the hell is? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to move. I got some new it's fun. What do you call them? Mopping. What do they call them? Pad refills for my steam mop. Except they're not made for my steam mop. They're made for some other kind of thing, and they don't stick on there the way they should. So I'm having to custom make some straps to go on there. And the first The first time I heard a tutorial on YouTube was my old steam mop to clean the jets because my technical assistant Beth, who knows a world more of computers, phones, blah 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 blah, modern stuff, did not believe me when I said, "Don't put that crap in the steam thing; you'll clog it up," and it would. And so I wanted to make sure I did it right, so I did a tutorial on it. Well, anyway, eventually I destroyed the steam mop because my superpower happens to be to destroy pretty much everything. Eventually, I don't care if it says unbreakable or anything. Eventually, it'll break. I mean, everything. My dad used to say when I was a little kid, like pre 6-year old, not in school yet. Dad would say, "Boy, I could bring you home an anvil and you'd find a way to tear it up." Well, I'm going to show you something about the anvil here in a minute. Oh crap, man! What does it say? Oh, I lost it. Man, this battery's going to croak, and when it does, we've been on an hour and 6 minutes. All right, well, let me go show you what I have. This is going to be if I ever get through this, and if I can ever get my company back online, because I have things that I want to do. I mean, I may be old, but I still have things I want to do, and I like to be able to make money doing things. Not, I don't necessarily have to be Donald Trump rich or anything, and I don't want to do it by hurting people or ripping people off. I want to do it by doing honest things. I know how to build things. I know how to do things. I know some way cool things, and but I mean, there's things that I can do that I can do well, that I know how to do, that I can sell to make money. And well, that's what I want to do. But this is going to be my symbol if I ever get to where I have a formal company. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And I just lucked into this, and I am surprised, and I don't know why. I'm not even going to say it. I'll just show it to you. Let me grab my phone, my lighter. Damn thing's out. Screw that. I want a new cigarette. I need something to drink, and I'm hungry as a hippie, man. Hippie smokes. I get it. If I can stand up, I'm going to try. It's a titanic effort. Probably need to put that back brace thing on. I want to get rid of this shirt and get a different shirt. But first, I've got to make my way across this barren wasteland. God damn. Oh, but fucking floor. Shit. I'm going this way to get something. Man. Hey. Damn. Oh, man. My elephant. Oh, don't tell me that, man. As soon as I think of something, they fucking steal it. Motherfucker, are you serious? They may have. I don't know. No, they didn't. I got lucky. Okay. Shit. I can't carry both of them. They're either one thing at a goddamn time, I guess. Hold on. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Watch that. Easy now, easy. Son of a bitch. I don't know if I can make it. Damn. All right, hold on. I gotta stop here for a minute. Heck. All right, here we go. Gonna go from the next leg. I need that too. Come on, leg. Got one of my things here. I'm gonna need another one. I need my suture cutters too. Yep. Man. Come on. Got something to eat. That would really help. I'm not going to get it here. All right, where's should have another. I don't know where it is. Might be down there. I'll have to look. Oh man, this is bad. It's real bad. And I gotta change goddamn batteries. Throw this here for a minute. Motherfucker. Goddamn. Fuck. Jesus. No. Let me go. Damn it. Damn. Motherfucker. Hold on. Cigarettes. Why is that? Okay, got my shoe there. What is today? Oh yeah. Fuck me. God damn it. Come on. Stay with me. So, fuck, that's what I was wanting. Hold that. God damn it. Shit. Fuck. Man. God damn. God damn. God damn. I can't help it. Sorry. Motherfucker. That's bad. Man, my fucking hips, my hernia is fucking bad. Way incredible bad. Fuck. God damn it. Way bad. Beth. Oh, fuck you. What? God damn it. Don't fucking. Damn. No, nothing is okay. What's she talking about? Okay, what? Oh, god damn it. Oh, man. God. Jesus. Oh crap, man! I got 5 minutes left. Oh fuck. Oh man. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Um. Um. Well, anyway, sorry. I got a little sidetracked. Um. Girls do that to me. Dang it. Sometimes that's alright. Sometimes it kind of sidetracks me. But anyway, so if I ever was to get, which I I've I've never given up. I've never um basically I've never said okay I'm gonna just I don't know. Always tried to hang in there, and I got 2 minutes left till this son of a bitch dies. But this is going to be my symbol of my country, or my country, my company. It's an actual anvil. I think it's bronze, but it's heavy as heck. And that would be like, "Hey, Dad, I didn't tear this one up." And about the time I say that, some piece will fall off of it. I'll be, like, "Oh no!" It's my secret superpower, I can be washing dishes, and everything will be fine. And I'll just move like 1 inch, and all of a sudden it'll be like bing. It'll sound like I'm starting to cross the room, which of course everybody knows that sometimes I am crazy like that. But it won't. It'll be something. I'll be appalled. I'll be like, oh my god, I broke it, and I didn't break it on purpose. But everybody thinks I broke it on purpose. Everybody thinks I'm just psycho, crazy, breaking stuff. It's like, man, I'll do that stuff on purpose all the time. And I'm serious. Or I go to open a door on a car, and it's like the door comes off in my hand. I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. You know, it's like real kind of freaky. Now this is kind of funny. Okay, we got 1 minute left. I can't get up, man. I'm trapped here. So what we're gonna have to do is um I'm gonna have to shut it down because I can't get up in time to keep it going, and uh I don't know when if I'll survive to come back. It's and I haven't